The Wimmera district in Western Victoria is the state's wheat belt. Filled with wheat fields and grain silos, it was an area to pass through on the trip between Adelaide and Melbourne. There was little reason to stop, but not anymore. I've come to Dimboola, where art has revived a dying town and brought it back to life, and the locals couldn't be happier. Dimboola is just off the Western Highway, about halfway between Melbourne and Adelaide, and plenty of traffic flowed down this main road here. But then when they built the bypass, the town slowly declined, and eventually a lot of the shops closed and the population became aged. And then 5 years ago, a remarkable transformation happened, and it happened right here. Melbourne entrepreneur Chan and his partner Jamie bought this old bank building and turned it into something unique. Imaginarium is a quirky gift shop with accommodation upstairs, and it started to bring new life back into town. And then after a while, others saw that that was happening, so more artists started coming to town and opening up stores, and suddenly the town was becoming alive again.
G'day, how are you?
So it might be a gift shop, but it's not really just a shop, it's actually an experience. So being an old bank, it was important that the bank manager keep an eye on what's going on here. So we've got this, which is a one-way mirror. Now it's a playroom for kids. Look at that. It actually has a strong room. So I'm going to show you in the strong room. Oh, and you need to be strong to open that heavy door. This is actually their history room now. So these are photos of the town. This photo here is when this building was built in 1901, I think it was. They invited 250 local men, not women, only men, to celebrate. Across here, we have a recreation with locals. And yes, there are women in there now too. That's good. But the magic isn't just contained to downstairs. Let's go upstairs. I'd heard about this place before I came here. This is my first time here, and it's actually beyond my wildest expectations. But besides the store downstairs, the gift shop, upstairs is actually residential, and you can stay here. It's accommodation. And oh my goodness, have a look at the rooms. Okay, that's the masculine macho room. Oh, look at these. it's so kitsch. So once upon a time, let's turn the light off. Once upon a time, the highway came through Dimboola, but eventually they changed it and the highway is just out of town now. So most of the traffic just goes by and doesn't even stop here. And all the farmers thought, well, that's the end of the town, it's just going to die. And they'd given up hope. And then Chan and a few other creatives moved into town, and they've absolutely transformed this town into a remarkable space. It has an annual steampunk festival. It's got a lot of really cool things. It's really worth pulling off that highway, coming into Dimboola and spending a few hours pottering around at these amazing places. Here's a bit of history I didn't know until now. Sidney Nolan, the great Australian artist, was based here during the war, and he used to paint his Wimmera series from this little room here. So Chan didn't want to talk on camera, so I've come to the hairdressers to meet a local who's witnessed this amazing transformation of the town. Morning, ladies.
Good morning. Welcome to Dimboola.
Thank you. So I've come here to talk with Jan because she is literally the information centre for town, and she's lived here for 30 years. Hi, Jan.
G'day.
Jan, so you've been here for a very long time. You would have seen the town go through a few changes.
I have. I arrived when the bypass first happened.
Yes.
So we had before the bypass, we had trucks down the main street all day, every day.
Yeah.
And shops either side. Then the bypass happened and there were no trucks, and we worried that we would be ignored. And we were. The town went very slow for a while.
When you say slow, are we talking about almost dying?
It got close in a couple of times, but in the last 5 years, we've increased our events. Our shops have all been filled. We're having different things. And if you walk down the street now, everybody smiles. Everybody says hello. We've got some fabulous shops now.
Yeah.
And people are coming here to see our shops. We've got such a diversity. We've got art and craft type style shops.
So it's a little bit of a arts-based revival.
We are. We're having that, and we've got new people coming to open new shops. I think there's 3 new businesses starting. And a lot of it is because Jamie and Chan of the Imaginarium came to live here, and they had ideas. I think they were coming to retire and take things slowly. And then they decided not to. They are so enthusiastic, and because they are enthusiastic, they enthused all of us. And we've now got things like steampunk happening every second year.
Yeah.
And for a town of 1,500 people, we get about 6,000. And people are dancing in the street, people are getting dressed up.
Yeah.
And we prepare 2 years in advance to get our costumes ready.
Yes.
And to get the shops ready.
Yeah.
But we've also got the nature.
Quite a farming
It was
community.
farming, railway.
Yeah.
And
half the shops were shut and...
shops were shut, yes. And they were dusty windows.
Yeah. So has the population increased since that decline?
I think it has.
Yeah.
We're getting young people.
Yes.
And babies.
Which is really important for a country town, yes.
It is, because we were all old people.
Mm-hmm.
And the playgroup was empty then.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's full.
Mm.
We've got the kindergarten running.
I just think it's really cool where you've had a dying country town and it's ended up having an arts-led recovery. And now this town is vibrant and happening, and it's bringing commerce back to the town. It's bringing families and people back to the town. It's great. See, there is a role to play for arts in society, a really positive role. And Dimboola is a great example of that. Even the laundromat is nice. Look at this. It's funky, and you've got books and magazines you can read while you're waiting for your washing to be done. What a nice space. You can get some food and a really good cup of coffee at the Dimboola store. And like most places in town, we come round the back. Excuse me, people, sorry. There's more art. Step just outside town and you find beautiful peace and quiet in nature. A few kilometres out of town is the Little Desert National Park, which pretty much is just scrubland and sandy soil. But there are places you can camp here, and the Little Desert National Park is a good spot for looking for wildflowers, little animals, and at night time, the stars. There's no light pollution, so this is a great spot for stargazing. And all along the eastern side of the national park is the Wimmera River. If you really want peace and quiet, this is the place to be. It's beautiful and it's so peaceful. As you can see, a lot of this park is for four-wheel drive only vehicles, but there are some tracks and gravel roads that you can get down on a two-wheel drive. Yeah, my van's, oh, Vanessa's only two-wheel drive, so I won't be going through this. So that's the Little Desert National Park. I won't be going any further in because my van's not really equipped for this. But it's interesting that this is a desert. There's a lot of foliage here though. And the GoPro's not picking it up. But there are thousands of bees all buzzing past me as I'm walking. I can see in the distance there's some hives, so I'm guessing that's where they're living. They're out here gathering up nectar and taking it back to the hives. Literally thousands of them. But bees, you know, they won't hurt you if you don't bother them. This is the Pink Lake just out of Dimboola. Last time I was here it was kind of muddy brown, but today it's actually pretty good. It's got a lot of pinkness. It comes from the salt. I'll show you the salt. all these big salt crystals, and for whatever reason it becomes pink when the lake dries out. And next I've come to Lake Hindmarsh. There's not a lot of water in the lake this time. It's way out in the distance there. A lot of beach. But this is a cool little camp spot. I've been here before. It's about $10 paid by donation. It's actually got barbecues, toilets, showers, even laundry, I think. It's cool and it's looked after pretty well. There's a caretaker that lives on site. So it's a nice quiet spot. Good for stargazing and relaxing, and that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. Nice spot, all in all. It's been a good day.